Hey everybody, John Huber here, Maryland K-12. Catching up with some of the Maryland education topics. What looks like the blueprint for progress is back in the news again, as it always is. They have passed this legislation. Everybody's happy. No, because they're hung up on something I said 5 years ago in April of 2020. Collaborative time, planning time, whatever you want to call it. In order to create more collaborative time for teachers, it requires a boatload of new teachers because the kids have to be somewhere. If you take a group of teachers and you give them more and more time to plan without the kids, well, that means you need more other teachers to watch and to teach the kids. So we have a vicious cycle. All these legislators, these lawmakers, they want to add, we need to teach this, we need to teach that, everybody wants to add to that. But at the same token, they want to add more teacher time. You can't do both, okay? If you want more teacher time, you have to add a lot of teachers and you have to reduce the quantity of what you're teaching, right? You can't teach everything all day, all the time, and give teachers all this planning time. You can't do it. Just to put a little perspective here, a traditional 7-period school day, or let's think of most, or in the 4-period day now. I know a lot about scheduling. I could give you a chapter and verse on this stuff. The traditional, say it's not traditional, I guess you could say it's traditional, the 4-period day, kids have 4 classes of about 90 minutes apiece. Teachers usually teach 3 of those 90-minute classes, and for that one 90-minute class they're off, it's usually split into 2, where half of it is some kind of a duty and half of it is not all, this is just rough. Half of it is a duty and the other half is like what they call their planning time. And the schedulers, which I used to be, try to manipulate that schedule to give certain groups of teachers all of that off time around the same time. But it becomes very difficult because there are different levels of planning time. There is, in the elementary level, you have pretty much grade level, where all the grade level teachers like to be able to meet together because they're all teaching the same subjects. When you get into middle school, it gets a little more complicated because you have grade level planning, or grade level collaboration, you have team level collaboration, and you have department level collaboration. So grade level, it's like, well, I want all the 7th graders to be off at the same time so we can meet and talk about 7th grade. Well, they don't all teach the same thing, right? Then you have department level, where they say, well, we want all the math teachers to be off at the same time. Well, how can you have all math teachers off at the same time, say in a middle school, when you have 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade? Who's teaching all the kids? So you're going to send the entire school off to, say, phys ed or art or music or some combination thereof? No, you can't do it. So department level becomes very, very difficult. And then you have grade level, department level, team level. In middle school, you have teams. You have, like, say, the 8A team, where you have a language arts, a science, a math, a social studies teacher. They teach the same group of kids. They like to have that team level planning so they can create team level concepts and team lessons and things of that nature. That becomes very, very difficult as well, because in order to do that, because some teachers teach multiple grade levels because of the way it's all a numbers game. It's very difficult to do. So the only way to solve it is you have to hire an enormously huge, you have to hire a lot of teachers, new teachers, additional teachers, and they can't even hold on to the ones they have. So therein lies the problem. They can fight it forever, but what they did was they passed it and they basically kicked the can down the road for a couple more years. They're pushing the expenses back into the to the local agent, to the local school systems, and they're just up to here with it. Here comes the state again. They're passing all these laws. They're pushing them onto us, and now we're stuck holding the barrel. We're stuck holding the bag, trying to figure out how to fund it all. They've already reduced their funding through ways that most people don't realize because of the way they readjusted the income ratio, where some of the counties, like Worcester County, where I live, they're getting the largest, the smallest amount of money per pupil. So it's just a big mess. they basically kicked the can down the road. So we'll see. I said it in 2025. It's unsustainable. It's not going to happen. I actually kind of agree with the governor. He was kind of like, hey, let's take a. No, they want to forge ahead. So we'll see. But the bottom line is they have reduced. But the bottom line is they have kind of kicked the can down the road on this collaborative time, and they're never going to solve this. This is an unsolvable problem without hiring a huge amount of teachers. They just can't do it. We'll see. Thanks. Have a great day.